back, guys. It's Kids Coding Playground here, and today we're back for another video on Scratch. And today we're making a sort of scientific molecule game called Molecules in Motion. And it's kind of like science, because if you didn't learn this at school yet, let's just start it. You start out with one molecule. You can add molecules. It's kind of a science. If you're like a teacher, you can use this material. Well, not really, but like still, you know. You can start at 10. This is when it's really cold, and I know there's a fire under it. Just ignore that. And this is like when it's really cold. The molecules move slower. Like in real life, if you're colder, you'll move slower. Obviously. And if it gets hotter, it'll get quicker. And yeah, so it can go really slow, like just really slow. This is like winter, snow. This is like fall, no, this is like fall. And then this is like spring, and this is summer. So it's like the molecules moving. This is probably when you're boiling something, like if you're boiling water, or like I don't know, vegetables, whatever, then the molecules in the water will move. And yeah, so it's a kind of scientific material, and you can keep on adding molecules, and they range in colors, so there's plenty of colors you can choose from. So yeah, anyways, let's get started. So hey, what's up, guys? I'm back, and I just deleted the Scratch Cat. That's it, okay? Yeah, you get the point. You always have to delete the Scratch Cat unless if you're making something that includes the Scratch Cat, and this, we are not. So anyways, let's just upload the things from my backpack. You can come to my project and export them, or you can download them in the Google Drive. And my user is Gumball098, so you can come in and export my sprites, so then you can make it for yourself. And or you can just download it from the Google Drive. And yeah, let's just put this in. So we got fire. This is actually the one from the spring cookout game, not game, animation. So yeah, you can get that. And this is a little molecule faster and stuff to make the molecules quicker. And this is the molecule itself. So the molecule itself is just easy to draw. It's just a circle. And then the color for this, it doesn't matter what color, but you use the swap function over here. I'm going to try to draw one on my own. Just delete this real quick. Let's draw one on my own. Let's just, I should do blue for a swap, and then go for like red. It's a very interesting color. So yeah, you basically hold shift, and around this size, I hope. Possibly. Maybe a little bit smaller, but you get the point, guys. Maybe a little bit smaller. So yeah, you can customize your own molecules, and I hope they all look really good. So, and next thing that I have to draw on this list, well, you already learned how to draw the fire in the spring cookout animation. Well, it's really hard to draw this thing. It's just, my dad drew it, and so yeah, you can just go to my project and export everything. So, and we have the molecule thing, the molecule machine, molecular machine. So, and it's just the same, a circle thing, and just draw a rectangle, and just reshape it. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Let me try to draw the thing. So first start out, it doesn't matter what color it is, just make it a random color, and enlarge the rectangle, and I'm going to try to draw it here, and just reshape the sides to make it sort of not a rectangle. As you can see, that's actually turning out pretty well. It's like one of those index cards, or pudding, more like pudding. So yeah, click it and drag it out. So yeah, it's like make it look like Jello maybe. So the sides are like kind of circles, not really circles. Like what is those? Like smooth sides, like a ID or something, index card. And then there we got that, and we make the little table under it. Just brown color and regular fill. And drag that thing back. And possibly up the saturation a little bit and change this to possibly 5. As you can see, we're putting that in here. Drag it behind it. We gotta use the backwards thing. Back. And we make the two little things that hold up the table. So we might have to put this thing back in front because I think it looks better originally. So yeah, you get the point, guys. And you make the little blue the little blue rectangles in the back. Little blue things that hold up it. There's also a black line that, like, you know, the back of a table, the end of a table has that little thing. So why not make it full black? We have black. There we go. And we just extend it a little bit. Blue. So the little blue little thing, it doesn't matter what color you put it at, but the original project was blue, so why not make it straight and then tilt it sideways. And then tilt, done. And you just duplicate it, make a second one. So, and you make it go back, Control C, Control V, flip horizontal, and put it on the other side. Make it back too. There we got it. Our table. But I think the original one looks better than this one, honestly. So let's just delete this and use the original one. So remember, you can export these sprites in our my project on Bull09A. Check out my profile. Yeah. Now let's start coding. So the first thing we actually else need is a stop and a button. Adding button and another button. This button, I think we have to make it a little bit smaller. I think it's 50. And we put it around here. Okay, yeah, around here. And then we put a little addition thing on it. So we can, oh yeah, where's this thing? Line. And then we just put shift and we make a line. Oh. And we make another line. There we have it. We have the button. The button to add the molecules. And now we have to make the stop button. So let's just delete this. And get a new button. And change this thing to here. And right. We have to change the thing. Wait a second. And put it on black. No, white. Yeah, so we got white, and then we write stop. And yeah, we have that. We can put it in the middle. And then yeah, we have it. And we might actually make the stop larger because it's maybe too small. That's around the size, and delete this. And we're also gonna make this 50 and move it somewhere reasonable. So here. There we have it. We have our whole setup done, finished, and now, oh yeah, with the backdrop. And we do blue sky too. And then finally we start working on the fire. So in my original one, we have a fire sound. Ooh, where's the fire sound? Yeah, here. So yeah, it's just a fire crackling, and you just have to make it louder. So this should be around the good one. And you can customize that sound and it'll sound pretty good, you know, and go forever. And make play sound fire until done. And then also, when green flag is clicked, it'll go to X0, -155, because I uploaded from my backpack. Doesn't matter where you put it, just put it somewhere reasonable. And then we have a forever. Next costume. And a weight 0.2. For a little weight, you know, it's better to have a little weight. Yeah, so make it different costumes. So look, you see, fire's moving, fire's making sound, and now we're done with that. Now we just have to work on the molecule generator, which should be really simple. When green flag is pressed, just go to a position. And then the molecule itself has the most code in this whole entire script. And we might have to use some code that you might have not used before, some operators. And I myself haven't used some of these operators before, so let's dive right in. So when the green flag is clicked, it will clear all the graphic effects, because you know, it's just the regular color, because you know it always changes color whenever you add a molecule. So you want to do a clear graphic effects and set temperature to 20. So this is really tricky. You gotta make a variable called temperature. Is this how you spell it? Temperature. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, there's the red squiggly line. And then for all sprites, and then OK. And then you see it over here. You double click it. And you double click it again. And then you right click it and you do change slider range. So I'm just going to do that again for you. I actually want to do that again because, so you know, when you make a variable, it's always like that. Double click it, right click, change slider range. And then the minimum you can make 10 or 5 or 1 or whatever, and make the maximum 200, or you can do 2000, but your choice. And then OK. So you can now increase it and decrease it, and the lowest is 10. So now, and then you use when the clear graphic effects, and you set temperature. Set temperature to 20. And then you create clone of myself. And then you'll hide. So actually I had a variable this whole entire time called speed, because I've done this project before, and I actually got it from the old project. So I have a variable called speed, and I will delete it and show you how to make it. And do not make it yet, because it's only for the sprite only. So I'll show you in a moment once we get to that point. And then when I start as a clone, it'll go to X00, and then it'll point in direction. Pick random, so it'll like range. So when it starts, it'll either bounce up on the left side or the right side. So that's why we have -89 to 89. Yeah, so, and it will bounce either left or right, left or right, left or right. And then we have, go to the front layer, and then it will set color effect. Where's the set? I barely use the set color effect block, because I always use the change color effect. So pick random 0 to 300, and it will show. We also have a forever loop next, And this is where it gets really tricky. You add a set speed variable. So let's just delete this variable right now. Delete. And then make a new variable. Speed. Speed. And then for this sprite only. I'm using clone, so that's why we only make it for this sprite only. So okay. And we have the set speed to temperature divided by 10. Let's get the divide. Let's just close this real quick. And then next we have to do if then this is the trickiest part of this whole entire place. So first you need one of these blocks, and then you put X position right in front of it, and then wait a second, never mind, I did that wrong. You keep the X position though, and then you use abs, and you know what abs means? Absolute value. So if there's negative 100, what is the absolute value? 100. So abs of X position is greater than 150. So put that in. So the reason why you need 150 is because it actually varies of how big your box is. So if your box was bigger, that means you need maybe a larger number, or a smaller number if your box was smaller. So, and the reason of this is because if you use a line and you put it, so I'm going to paint a line, maybe like 10 thickness, and you put a line, well, shift it. And then I'm gonna get a line, shift, illustrate. So, and you move this to the molecule thing. So side, what is the position of the line? Negative 166. So that means you got a minus around 10. Because of the, you have to minus around 10 on both sides. This is 169, the other side is negative 160 something. So, and that's why you minus 10 for the sides. And so I'm going to delete the line sprite. That's why you use absolute, that's why you use 150. So I'm going to delete this line sprite real quick. Go back to the molecule. And let's continue. And you need, inside of that, you need a point in direction. You need a multiply. You need a point in direction, -1 direction, because it'll turn it negative. It'll turn it to the opposite side. Because if it was this side, it would go this side. And if it was this side, yeah. So it'll point in direction -1 times direction. Because if you had 90, then it'll go -90. So it'll just move around the molecule generator. And then you have another if-then statement. If then, so it's the same thing as this except 100 and this is X, Y position. So this is Y position. And then you have 100. So ABS of Y position is greater than 100. And then you have to point in direction. (180) minus direction. Minus direction. And then, so small numbers are up and big numbers are down. So if you had the point in direction, that means you had to go up. So, because look, 0, right? And then you go back down, that's 180. So you have that, and 180 minus direction, so it's something random, and you have the one, like, up here, it'll go back down, and then if it's down, it will go up. So that's the, basically what this means. Oh yeah, and it's 100 because you have to draw a line, and I'll show you this. You need a 10, and then you move it up. 112, so minus 10, so it's 102. So about that size. And look, there's 114, so you minus the 10, and you will make it to negative 110. 100. So yeah, so that's the meaning of the molecule. And now you go to the molecule, and you have a little bit code left, and it's move, speed, steps. Because it'll move the amount of the temperature. So that means, yeah, because of this, if it's higher, it will move quicker. And if it's lower, it'll move slower. So, and then when I receive, delete. Oh yeah, we have to finish something before we do that. I literally forgot. And then we have to finish this. When this sprite is clicked, create clone of molecule. That's all you have to do for this, because you have to create clone of molecule, because you're creating another of these molecules. And then you button 3, and you have when this sprite is clicked, and button 3 is the stop button. So when this sprite is clicked, it'll broadcast delete all molecules, and that's what leads back to that. Broadcast delete all molecules. And we have that, and go over here, and when I receive delete all molecules, if I'm not mistaken, it will delete this clone. And that is the game. So yeah, here's a minimize to rev up on your code. So here we go. Fire sound, check. Molecule, temperature, slower, quicker, slower, slower. And we have another one. So you can just spam this, and it's like, if it's 61, it goes at this pace. But if it was like 200, we'd be whirring all over the place. But if it was like 10, let's click the stop button to clear all the molecules. And you add 1, and it's a peaceful boy. Yeah, 200, yeah. And, you know, there we have it. So, like, you could, like, play around with this molecule thing in accelerator, so you can, like, get a bunch of molecules and have some fun. So yeah, that's basically what this game is about. It's science, and please like, share, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below other games you want to see on our channel, so that we can make it for you guys. So anyways, oh yeah, one more thing. So if you guys comment like really hard things, I cannot do it. Like, what if you like said a scrolling cloud, platformer, maze, whatever, and I cannot do that, honestly. So maybe one of you guys can do that. And anyways, school is starting, so we might post less videos, but at least we'll try to post once every week or 2 weeks. So anyways, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down ideas below, so that we can make your games into reality. See you guys next time.